Hello everybody, the Lawn Gnome is here, and... Okay, I had nothing to do with that. But you gotta admit, it's actually a pretty good song. Naturally... Yeah. Alright everybody, it's time to party down in Rio. I finally got out to see it, and I gotta tell you, it was a party indeed. Everything about this movie was so enjoyable and just so awesome to see. Everything from the voice acting, the brightly colored birds, beautiful CGI backgrounds, everything about this movie was fantastic, and I am so glad that I actually went out and saw it. If you like animated movies, then this is one that you just don't want to miss. It's a great paced movie, it flows all the way through, and the voice acting is really what pushes it. You have Anne Hathaway, who I always have been a huge fan of, no matter with what kind of movie she does, be it live action or animation. But when it comes to her animated movies, she always puts so much emphasis into her characters, and she really makes them so believable. A perfect example would be the English version of the Hayao Miyazaki film The Cat Returns. She just does a great job bringing her character to life. Jesse Eisenberg, a little light and fluffy this time, with a little bit of social network technological banter thrown in. All the other voice actors, Leslie Mann, Jamie Foxx, will.i.am, even George Lopez, who I'm not a big fan of, he did a great job as Rafi the Toucan. So yeah, everything about this movie was just so awesome, and it made me laugh. It was funny. It was exciting. It had everything you need to have just a great fun experience at the movies. Now, what I also thought was very interesting about this movie was, on my way home, I realized that Rio was a metaphor for life. Yeah. It's all about the message of, if you keep yourself locked in a cage all your life, you're never going to really experience what life has to offer you. And when it's a story of a bird that was rescued and raised by someone in a suburban town in the United States, who meets up with a native from Rio who flies free, he realizes that he actually has to take flight and see where the wind takes him. Otherwise, he's just going to be locked in that cage, and he's never going to really experience what the wonders of life hold for you. Now, there were three things that I didn't like about this movie. One, even though I know it really wouldn't be a big deal, but I'm always looking out for the greater good, there are a couple of stereotypes when it comes to Latin American culture, especially when you see things like the poverty in Rio de Janeiro. I know it's there, and it's only the natural thing that's going on right now in the culture, but there are some people that are just not really going to be okay with it, so I sort of felt you there. The other thing I didn't like was the main male hero, the human, the ornithologist Julio. Now, I know that there's a line that says, you know how they get when they get lost in their work, but this guy was a little bit over the top, to the point that you wanted to call the nice men in the white coats and take him away. Sorry about that, guys, it just didn't work for me. And they also tried to do a Disney-esque villainous musical number. It wasn't really meant to take itself seriously, and that's pretty much why it worked in this movie, but it really wasn't necessary. But all in all, I've got to give Rio a strong 3.5 out of 4, because it was just so much fun to watch. I would so see it again if I was given a chance to, and I will most likely be getting this one on DVD as well. So there you go, guys. Comment, like, subscribe. The question that I want to leave with you guys is on the topic of Anne Hathaway. What are your thoughts about her being picked to play Catwoman in The Dark Knight Rises? That's my show for today, guys. Remember, actions speak louder than words.